Are you stuck? Are you stuck mentally, physically, financially? Are you stuck spiritually? Hi, I'm Reverend Wolak. We're going to talk about that today on Thoughts That Can Change Your Life. Because I'm finding that more and more and more people are stuck. And so I want to let you know something. Everything you are seeking is in the unknown. Nothing you are seeking is in the known, because if it was in the known, you'd already have it. So everything you're seeking is in the unknown, which means you have to step into the unknown. You have to step into the unknown bravely to claim it. But stepping into the unknown is one of the scariest things we can do, because we have built up these ideas that in the unknown, there is the boogeyman. And we've got to fear the boogeyman. Even though we've never seen the boogeyman, we've heard the boogeyman, and we have no reason to believe there is a boogeyman, but somehow we have bought into the idea that other people know what's right for us. And so then we get into the idea that, oh my God, if they believe it, then I have to fear that I would go against the group and that I'm not part of the group. And you see this fear thing keeps coming in, doesn't it? Fear that we're not enough, fear that it's not real, fear that we won't please others, fear that we will fail, fear that we won't fit in. And what is fear? Is it real? I'll tell you this. I'm going to be doing a podcast on Dallas Business Network at 10 o'clock with VJ Warman. And we're going to be talking about the difference between fear and anxiety. And I think it's going to be a great discussion. So I'm not going to go really a lot into that right now, because I'm going to go into that later. But are you afraid to step into the unknown? Are you afraid to do new things? Here's a key thing. Let's just take something really simple to make this point. Let's take going to the gym and exercising. If you haven't been to the gym for a while and you go to the gym and you have a routine and you do that routine religiously, let's say for 3 months, you're going to make some good gains. But then all of a sudden, you're going to notice that you keep doing the routine, you plateau, and you're not making any more gains. Why? Because the body is adjusted. The body knows the routine. There can be no more growth. Why can there be no more growth? Because you're not stressing the body. You're not stressing the muscles. And you see, the whole purpose of how we gain additional muscle or endurance is we stress the muscle, we tax the muscle, so that the muscle realizes, oh, he tore us down to build us up to be stronger so that he or she can do more. So you've got to be changing the routine all the time, which means changing it probably into something you've never done before. Does that make sense? You'll see people that are in the gym. I do this. I've been in the gym for over 50 years. And I see people in the gym all the time, and you'll see them every day. They're doing the same thing every day, and nothing changes. Corey says he worked for a guy yesterday and he felt he wasn't a vibrational match. Well, that's going to happen. There are a lot of people that are not a vibrational match. And they can even be in your own family at times, or all the time for that matter. That's just how it is. I can be afraid but still confident in doing things because I know it can only help me. Of course, Andy. Of course. There are things I do that I've never done before, but I step into it. I'm stepping into the idea of doing an audio book of my book, The Power in You. I've never done it before, but I've got to step into it. And it's something that's new for me. Can I do it? Of course I can. Is it the right time to do it? Don't know. And you say, why isn't it the right time for you? Well, right now, my voice isn't 100% Lee. last lingering effects of that little COVID thing. Last lingering effects. And so I have to now step into the unknown and say, okay, what are the things? What are the exercises with my voice I can do? What are other things I can do with my voice that will bring it back to full capacity? One of the things I learned is if I can get my oxygen level, my breathing back to the way it was, I can do that. My voice will come back. And so that means if I'm doing aerobic activity at the same level, Zandy says singing. I love to sing, just not other people don't want to hear it. Especially, you give me Meatloaf albums, which I've got on my Spotify. I've got all my Meatloaf songs. I am a huge Meatloaf groupie. Now, when I play Meatloaf, I can sing every song. I know the lyrics to every song. When I'm driving in my car or my wife's in my car, we sing out loud. We love the loaf. Was there ever a greater performer? He's like one of the best frontmen in the world. And look at the risk he took. He and his writing partner took huge risks because their songs are not 2.5 to 3 minute bubblegum songs. They're long songs. I'd Do Anything for Love is a long song. Love by the Dashboard Light is a long song. Bat Out of Hell is a long song. These are some of the greatest songs of rock you could ever listen to. And if those songs don't get your juices going, I bet you're not listening to this podcast, because that's my vibration. People say, what kind of minister are you? I say, I'm a rock and roll minister, because that music just lifts me. It just lifts me. So what is it that you, my listeners, all of you beautiful people out there, what is the unknown that you're hesitating from stepping into? And then when you say, okay, this is the unknown that I'm trying to step into, what is it I fear about stepping into that unknown? And then ask this question: is the fear even real? Big time question, because the fear is not real. It's an illusion created by the mind, influenced by a consciousness of society that surrounds you, that we buy into, and you can't buy into what's going on out there. Because then you're not the creator of your consciousness. You're allowing the societal consciousness to create you, which means you're going to have an average experience based on the society that you listen to. Do you want that experience? Do you want to be average? The most cliche and simple answers are the best answers. I don't know that to be true. Here's the best answers, the one that support your highest values. Do you know your top 3 values in this world? Most people don't. 99.9% of the people don't know what they value most in the world, because they don't really understand values. That's what I learned from Dr. John Demartini. That's why at first I didn't buy into it. But then after, I've done over 400 hours of classroom study with Dr. John. I'm actually a licensed values facilitator. Once I got what values are and I determined mine, I had my path. I had my roadmap. I'll be offering that workshop, I think the latter part of February. And it'll be in a group setting, but it's a powerful group setting. And it's a lot less expensive in a group setting than it is doing one-on-one. But one-on-one is really powerful because you get me for an hour and a half. And it's not that I'm great, but I ask great questions and I understand the process. And when we're done, you will know who you are. So that's coming up. If you want to know where it is, go to agapespiritualcenter.com. Look toward the end of February, probably around the February 26th is what I'm guessing, if I'm not mistaken. I think on the 19th, I'm doing a free workshop on The Power in You, on my new book. If you have not bought my new book yet, The Power in You, I invite you to. It is the best I've got, the best I've learned in written form. Here's what I've learned. You'll hear me. You'll get good things out of me. But if you read it, you underline it, you write questions about it, you take it in at a deeper level. You can find the book on Amazon. If you get a Kindle, I wouldn't get a Kindle, but a lot of people get Kindle because they don't like books, but they get Kindle, like $9.99. If you get the paperback copy, $14.99. Not a big investment for some really good stuff. And here's something else. Really good stuff is worth something. We've gotten too much into this idea that everything should be free. If it's free, it's not worth much. I do this every day to entice people. I do this every day to entice people to plug in, to take the values workshop with me, to take classes with me, because it's when you do those things that you really go deep. So me doing this for you is a joy because I love to speak. Teaching and speaking are my number 2 values. So I'm doing what I love. But I want to take you deeper because I know how good it is because I keep going deeper. That's the reason I still got juice. Most people my age, they've lost their juice because they're not expanding. They're not growing. They're not stepping into the unknown. We're back to where we started. Are you stuck? Do you know your direction? If you know your direction and you're stuck, then you got to step into the unknown and you got to be brave and you're going to do it. And all you got to do is one step at a time. Love you all. Have and create a great day. And we'll see you tomorrow. And tomorrow for this, I do it at 7:30. Sundays, I'm a half hour earlier. So I just share that with you. Everybody, have a great day. Hit the like button while you're there. Hit the heart button while you're there. Share the video. Give some energy back. Love you. Bye-bye.